What's up, guys? Hope all is well. Just wanted to take some time out to chat with you guys about some things that's been on my mind and about some different changes that are going on in my life and just being a part of new adventures. So, recently, in the last week, I have transitioned away from Regina. Before Rona decided to bless us with its presence. I was in a place of emptiness, a place of darkness, not in not in any way of suicidal or being alone or feeling alone or loneliness or anything along those lines. It was nothing like that. It was just I I have felt like I've reached a point where um, I wasn't reaching. Um, I wasn't striving to make a difference anymore, and that's not what I'm about. It's not who I am, and so, especially with everything that's been going on, the coronavirus, the racism, the police brutality, all these things, and I just got to a point to where, yeah, I was living for me. I was doing different things, but and I wasn't even. It's not that I wasn't even happy. I was fairly happy, but I wasn't reaching my dreams and my goals. And as I said, all the and so I got to a point where I was like, "What are you doing? What are you? What's your next move? What are you gonna do?" And it just felt this massive amounts of pressure. And so, as I said before, as a young kid, as long as I can remember, I grew up. I was born in a big city, a fairly big city of Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then I moved to South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. And everyone who knows South Pittsburgh is about as big as this camera, um, but it's home. It's always been home, and it'll always be home. And I personally got used to being in small town, um, being living in a certain environment, and so I always told myself I would never live in a big city. I would never leave um, the small town feels. I always said I didn't need, and I didn't want to live in the big city or the big lights. And but I always wanted to carry a certain vision, uh, and I always wanted to reach a certain level of success. And before, like I said, I told myself I didn't need to be in the big city to accomplish those things, and that's not necessarily the case. As I get older, as I get become wiser, as I gain more knowledge, as I just view more of life, I realize that I do need to be in a place of more opportunities. I do need to be in a place where I'm able to grow as a person. Not to say I couldn't grow in the places I've been or the places I've lived, and not to say that those environments are what made me, what helped make my decision. As I said, it was just to the point where just as other human beings, I feel like we can outgrow certain situations. I think we can outgrow places of living. Uh, I think we can outgrow a space in our mind, how we think. I think we can outgrow circumstances, I think we can outgrow a lot of things. And I just got to the point where I outgrew all of these places in the past. And so I needed to put myself back in the fire. I needed to put myself in a place where I was going to be continuously challenged. I needed to put myself in a place where opportunities come faster than I can close my eyes. And so that's where my place of emptiness came from. And as I said, I'm just telling you all these things so I can get to the point I'm trying to make. And the point I'm trying to make is that if you're one of these people who are, you're sitting in between a decision or being satisfied, if you're sitting in between a place of living for someone else or living on your terms, if you're sitting between making a sacrifice or staying in a comfortable environment, whatever the case may be, you got to make the right decision for you. And I'll go back to my personal story. Is all my life I have, this is just me, anyone who knows me knows how much I believe in human nature, how much I believe in humanity. And anytime someone came in my life, and I knew their goals, I knew their dreams, and I knew they were worth accomplishing, I did whatever in my power to help them reach those goals, help them reach that level of success. And that wasn't the problem, because that's my own personal decision. It was my own personal choice. And I don't regret any of those people for that. But the problem was I continued to put my own dreams and goals on the back burner, and they were constantly in the shadows. So yeah, I would wake up every day inspired to go train or go box or anything like that, or build my own business. But by the end of the day, I was like, I wasn't so thrilled. I wasn't inspired. And then eventually it'd go 2 and 3 days. It'd end up a week and I wasn't inspired. And then I gained the inspiration back again to get my own journey going. And then again, it would hit again. And it's like, it was just a roller coaster. And so I was continuing to make decisions based on others. And it wasn't to please them, it wasn't to make them happy, because that's what made me happy. That's what inspired me, is to be the best friend to all of my friends. I'm that type of person. And I still am going to be that person. That's not going to change. I'm always going to be that person my people or anyone can call on, and I'm going to be right there for them. I just had to figure out a different way, a different route to take to be able to get there, and to be able to do it on my terms, and to be able to do it and not have to call in from work or take time from something, or whatever the case may be. I wanted to be able to do it on my terms. And so for you, whatever you may be going through, I'm truly here to say, I understand when people who have reached a certain level of success, although I haven't gotten there yet, when they reach that success, a certain amount of success, and they're very successful people, and they come out and say, if I can do it, you can do it, or whatever I accomplish, you're fully capable of accomplishing. I truly believe that. And I say that because just the little things I have accomplished in my life, all it took was just time and effort, putting in the day-to-day work ethic, and that's something I never have lacked. Um, it's just, I guess, it's me being consistent, of chasing my dreams, and so I can personally admit that, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, I just reached a point where I said no, enough is enough, and I want to accomplish my dreams and my goals, and I want to accomplish them as soon as possible. I don't want to accomplish something in 10 years that I can do in 2 or 3 years. So, as I said, that's what brought my place of emptiness. And I'm sure a lot of you go through the same things. I'm sure there are tons of people out there. I know good-hearted people, and I know that they continue to make decisions based on other people, based on not even what somebody thinks, but how it makes somebody else feel, because you do something for yourself. And I just didn't want to go through that anymore. So, me personally, from me to you, I want you to chase your dreams. I want you to be able to accomplish everything that you're fully capable of accomplishing. Um, I want you to have all the confidence in the world that you can accomplish those things. I want you to actually reach those levels of success. And so, no matter where you are today, no matter what age you are, I want you to start today. If you haven't already started, if you aren't already in the process, if you're not already on the journey, I want you to chase after what it is you want to accomplish. And what you have to ask yourself is, are you worthy of that thing? Whatever it may be. Are you worthy of a 9 to 5 job? If that's where you're worthy of, that's what you're worthy of, and I want you to chase it to the end of time, to the end of your time. And I fully mean that. If you're worthy of starting a charity, if you're worthy of starting a school, if you're worthy of starting a business, if you're worthy of starting a civil rights group, if you're worthy of whatever you're worthy of, that's what you got to go chase. That's what is that's what the world needs. Um, right now, we're going through a time where a lot of people are doing things that the world doesn't need, or that the world doesn't even want, and they're miserable doing it, and it's just making the people around them miserable. So we don't want to be those type of people. We want to be able to be that inspiration. We want to be able to be someone that other people can look up to, people who are coming behind us, people of your neighborhood, people of your culture, people of your family, who look up to you and say, they did it, and I need to take that into my hands as well. So, on the other hand, there's a lot of new content. As I said, I'm back in my inspiring mode. I'm back in creative mode. So there's a lot of new content coming your way. You guys stay tuned. A lot of new things coming. I'm here. I'm not here to just chase the dream anymore. I wanted to begin to live it. You can chase a dream until your dying days, and that's not gonna matter. But to be able to live it, that's a whole nother level of success. So, as I said, go after your dreams, face whatever sacrifices you need to make, make the decisions based on you and you only. And when I say that, I mean base them on what you need to do to reach your level of success. And let's move forward. It's time to move forward. It's time to start thinking bigger. It's time to start thinking big picture. Now it's time for me to get to work. So you guys stay fit, stay elite, stay functionally fit, and stay on your journey, stay on your path, stay focused on your dreams.